Welcome to the Calyrex Game Corner's Pokemon D&D campaign, featuring Cindy, a young vagabond from the Hoenn region with pyromaniac tendencies, Gimli, a stocky, burly miner from Sinnoh looking for his lost son, Elodie, an enthusiastic foodie and baker from Kalos, and Schmidt, an enigmatic man from Johto with a duck. My name is Rich and I'm the Game Master, and this is Dunsparce and Drampa. Where last we left off, the Quacko Packo had been taken into police custody, sans Schmidt, who was taken into medical custody. Gimli managed to charm the nighttime guard at the DTPD, where the gang was being held until police could commence their investigation in the morning. This resulted in a strong bond that ended up with Eric, the prison guard, opening all of the cells. When Gimli and Cindy decided not to push their luck with the law or otherwise saw no reason to leave, Elodie had Pokemon missing, not to mention the rare artifact, the Hoopa that got them into this trouble in the first place, and who knows what kind of trouble the ring could cause if it ended up in the wrong hands. Elodie successfully smooth-talked her way out of the jail onto a date with a cop, introducing Dewford Town to the newest, most hip thing in cool, and retrieving all of her lost Pokemon before finding herself in trouble on the back of a police Samurott somewhere to the west of Dewford Town alongside Brandon, who believes he's accompanying a young Unovan royal diplomat. With Schmidt's current condition unknown, with minutes until midnight, Elodie, Gimli, and Cindy, what will you do?
Who are we checking in with first?
That's a good question. Let's, just for the simplicity of it, take a look with, or my assumed simplicity, I guess, with Cindy and Gimli and the passed out Sarah, who is occupying Elodie's cell. Your cells are still open. There's no one on guard except for Noctowl. Noctowl is just kind of vibing. You are unsure if there are others in the police station at this moment.
Cindy is crying as she counts down to her birthday behind bars.
Roll a D100.
I rolled 2 D10s and I got a 10 and a 2.
Okay, yeah.
So is that 2?
Yeah, that's no. Well, yeah. Is there one of them that had zeros on it?
I rolled like dice roller D10.
Okay, the first one was a 10?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just I wanted flavor.
So just a 2. Just a 2.
It's like it's a dozen seconds until the one for the first one would be a 10 cuz is wait, what's my D100 math?
I think isn't the
0
0
0 it's if it's 0 0 0 it's 100.
It is just a 2. It is just a 2.
So it is
Thank you.
just a 2. Yeah.
Yeah, my
D100.
D100
a 1 would make it 12.
My D100 thoughts were scattered. Yeah. Cindy realizes it is 2 seconds until midnight, and without much celebration, unless there's a bonus action from Sarah or Gimli or Noctowl, it will ring into Cindy's birthday in jail.
Hey kids. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
We'll get out of this, don't worry, and we'll actually go for a celebration. It'll be fine.
I hope so.
It'll be okay. Don't worry. A little pat on the head.
So I'm assuming you're not in your cell then?
No, it's not. It's not
okay,
locked.
good. I was just checking. Sarah is snoring. She's honk shooing. Do these two have any other plans for this night besides perhaps just sleeping?
I don't think so. I think we're just waiting till morning at this point.
Okay.
Almost Elodie needs help with the switcheroo if and when she gets back.
Yeah, we'll figure that out when we get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is an appropriate segue to visit Elodie. Now that it is a new day in a very video gamey fashion, I need you to roll what previously was a D100, but because I forgot to do this before, it actually maths out to work pretty well to be a D20. So please do a mysterious roll on a D20 with no bonuses.
Got it. 6.
Okay. Great. You don't know what that's for. Maybe you can guess, but we will leave it at that. I'll give some flavor, actually. Cindy, Gimli, before you're about to turn in, you detect a sense of like shuffling from inside of the locker. Do you do anything with this knowledge?
Is it to take a pee?
Cindy's
Sorry.
eating some birthday cake.
I said, is it the Togepi egg?
We would have
Perhaps.
to investigate.
I guess we'll investigate.
Okay. Is Cindy getting up?
Sure.
Cool. I'm not going to make
Is it
you.
a birthday cake? No.
You don't have to roll to open up a locker and look inside. The egg that was given on the bridge south of Rustboro to the party, that is in its incubator, it has not hatched, but it is kind of like wobbling. It is experiencing becoming closer to hatching.
Neat.
That being said, Elodie, you are on the back of a Samurott. You have with you Patricia, Cabbage, and Grape Juice, as well as Brandon, the cop. Brandon was just double blinded by Cabbage's Dazzling Gleam, as well as Octillery's Octazooka, as it is chasing you down on the back of a Samurott, somewhere to the west of Dewford in the open ocean at midnight. What are you doing?
That's actually a really good question. I'm going to suggest to Brandon, the police officer, that we jump off of the Samurott for a moment to clean the Octazooka ink so that we can see.
Okay. You've been hitting off pretty well with Brandon so far. Please roll a persuasion.
Okay. That'll be an 18.
Yeah, he's convinced. He says, you're right. Sarah, you're so smart. I'll do that right away. And he just lets go of you because he was riding on the back of the motorcycle Samurott. And he just jumps in the ocean. There's just a splash. You're a little inky, so you don't quite catch it, but you know that he jumped in. Do you do the same?
Yes.
Okay. Splash. You're in the ocean. There's that moment where your head breaches the surface and all of the chaos and sounds from above and the sound of the ocean wind gets muffled out by the sound of being underwater. You hear kind of like faint like clicks and snaps and other underwater ambiance. You do more clearly, more succinctly. Above you hear the thrashing of octillery tentacles, but they're not like violent. They're very coordinated and elegant, like an octopus in its natural habitat. You're trying to unink yourself?
Yes.
Okay. This is probably initiative time.
Okay.
It shouldn't. Yeah. Just so we can get things in order.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Can roll that. That'll be a 15 for my initiative.
Okay. Octillery got a 16. And Brandon.
Octillery.
Yeah.
So rude.
Very rude. I'm writing Sarah in my notebook, just so you know.
That's fine. That's totally fair.
Brandon gets a 6. Octillery, as the user of the ink, is not inked itself, so it has no issue with its visibility or anything at this moment. It sees that you're underwater. Octillery dips its head under the surface, and who does it target? It targets Brandon.
Oh no.
It kind of, as Brandon is furiously trying to clean his face, the first thing that Brandon sees is Octillery staring at him underwater with kind of like a hypnotic, devious look as it channels a psi beam at Brandon. Brandon fails his save terribly. He takes 20 points of psychic damage and is now confused. Awesome. Right as Brandon clears his eyes, he goes, "Oh God!" But it's underwater, so it's like, and he is kind of flailing and may not be swimming properly. That's very good. It is Sarah's turn.
Great. This is great. I am going to, first of all, try and swim up to the surface.
Sure. You can do that, no issue.
Awesome.
Are you treading or are you trying to get on the back of Samurott?
Can I try and get back on the Samurott and also try and pull Brandon back on the Samurott?
Yes. To do both of those things is going to affect the DC. Are you willing to accept this?
Yes. Furthermore.
Okay.
Could I, I guess as part of the turn, tell Grape Juice to like help pull Brandon up?
Yeah, absolutely. That will make this maneuver to bring both humans onto the back of Samurott. Yeah, that makes it easier.
Right.
That makes it a DC 10. We'll just call it a Dex for Either Elodie or grape juice, whichever's higher. I don't really care. It should be pretty easy.
Okay. I can do this. Awesome. That'll be an 18.
Cool. It is successful. Yeah? Just thinking Pokemon Command, Elodie did essentially a movement. I can give you one more thing.
One more thing? Okay. I was going to say, I know that probably was a few things because I did something and then I had a Pokemon do something.
It was a movement, but it was technically just like a 2-foot vertical movement, so it's fine.
Right. Okay, cool. I am not very effective against
Octopus?
water types. Like with these two at least. So I don't want to blind everybody with the Dazzling Gleam again. But
I will give you a reminder of something that you may have forgotten, but you had by no means need to utilize it. But there is a Pokemon that is with Elodie's group that is not her own, that is not the Samurott.
that is true. Patricia is there too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I probably have seen Patricia enough at least to be able to kind of know, like, we're friendly. I could probably tell her to attack it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as effective as Schmidt, but you are allies, so it could happen.
Okay. Yeah, I'll command Patricia to attack it.
Any particular flavor to the attack that you were asking?
I wish I paid more attention to what moves Patricia had.
Yeah.
I will just tell her to use her best instinct to attack the artillery.
Yeah, that's great. She will do that. She...
Oh, wait. Before I do that, can I do an Elodie's party time to give her that D8?
Sure. And we'll also say that... Well, no. Give me a DC 8 Pokemon handling.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
That was above an 8.
Great.
And I don't feel like doing math.
Cool. That's great. Yeah, Patricia feels inspired by Elodie's party time, takes the command, and dives towards Octillery, whose head is currently under the surface for side-beaming Brandon. Or no, it followed Brandon because Brandon got pulled up. Just kidding. Patricia just dives towards Octillery with her talons and rakes them across the octopus-like body. Gets a solid hit above a dirty 20. Dealing... We'll call that a clean 30 points of damage. As Octillery gets all scraped up and it goes... And it seems like it is a little enraged. Octillery making the sound. I'm going to make a roll for a concurrent event, which does not happen. That will be it for Sarah / Elodie. But truly Sarah. Brandon.
Truly.
Brandon's confused. He's going to roll a d4 to see if he gets to do anything at all. He does not. He feels awful. He's like, I can't see. My brain doesn't work. What's happening? And he's pretty upset. We're going to skip his turn. Octillery sees that you're back on the back of Samurott. Gonna fire off a good old Octazooka. Make a DC 16 dexterity save.
That'll be a 14.
14? Okay.
Yes.
Brandon fails again. You guys will take full damage and be inked. Love it.
Oh no.
This damage in this situation. Not a ton of damage. 15 points of water type damage to you guys. And you're inked. Sucks. This Octillery is persistent. That is Octillery's turn. He is moved into essentially melee range of you guys and the police Samurott. I should see if Samurott gets inked. It does. Great. This Octillery is a menace. I love it. Yeah, you're all inked. It's Sarah's turn. What are you doing?
Yeah, this is quite the situation we're in. I'm gonna ask Brandon if he has any like empty Pokeballs on him.
Okay. Brandon is confused at the moment. His mental capacities are not fully functioning. Roll. Really, he should roll intelligence.
Yeah,
but it's boring for you not to roll. But he's gonna roll intelligence. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Makes sense.
Well, maybe. No, you roll intelligence too. Just to kind of help him.
That was an 8.
Okay. Yeah, he rolled really poorly. He interpreted Pokeball and he said, "Oh, yeah." And he hands you a Great Ball that he had attached to his belt.
Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna like assume that he understood me. So I'm gonna throw it at the artillery.
Okay, great. You throw a Pokeball at the artillery with the intention to capture it. Instead, what happens is a Pokemon is sent out from the Great Ball, one of Brendan's own personal Pokemon, and it happens to be a Lavaridge favorite Pokemon, Slugma. It is going to make a dexterity check to see if it can land on Slimy Octillery's body. Instead of in the ocean, it gets an 8. Slugma falls into the ocean and is suffering terribly. Anything else for Sarah?
Sarah's not in a good spot, folks. Oh my goodness.
I'll add him to initiative just because he has things to do, but
would he be part of Brandon's initiative?
Yeah, you're right, he would be. Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunate ball choice, really.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll just ask this just so I know for the future. But so for misty terrain, it means that we have to be grounded. Being on the surface of water, is that considered grounded?
Hear me out. I think for the sole reason that Tapu Fini is used to be the signature user of misty terrain, I think yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, in Pokemon battles in the games, if you're battling on the water, that's grounded.
That's a decent argument, but I just really think Tapu Fini, that really sells it.
That's fair.
Personally.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I think I know what I have to do.
What are you doing?
I was going to ask a question, which was if Cabbage's sanctuary can move, but I guess I wouldn't know that since I haven't tried it yet.
I believe
Are we able to move?
It is in the description, I believe, that you have.
Impenetrable, semi-transparent, pink spherical, dome-shaped when spawned on a flat plane, 20-foot radius force field, centered on Cabbage's location.
The intention is that the default form of Sanctuary is stationary.
Okay.
More so because the upgraded version does track. But
Okay,
I'm not sure the situation is dire enough for that version of Sanctuary.
No, I'm not going to kill Cabbage.
Imagine, though. I would love just a quick wisdom check from Cindy and Gimli.
15.
Okay.
17.
Cool. That's good enough for both of you to, as you're trying to slumber, you hear Sarah sleep talking, and in a kind of a mumbly voice, she says, "I'm so real. They'll never see it coming. I'm the best. I'm Sarah. Just you wait." And she's just kind of hyping herself up about something. It's kind of funny. And then she burps. We will go back to the chaos that is Elodie.
I love Sarah. She's so me.
Yeah.
She's definitely you. 1,000%.
Literally. Yeah.
Oh, Ancestral Fey Magic is a bonus action.
Yeah, you want to just rip that?
I'm gonna Ancestral Fey Magic.
Awesome. Tell me what you roll. I'm so excited. I love this table. It's so fun.
I'm very excited to see what happens. Hopefully it's good.
Could be good. It could be bad. It could be neutral.
That's true. It could be neutral. It could just be something.
Yeah.
That happens. So it was a 1 and a 0-0. Is that a 100? I know we just talked about
Garby,
this, but I'm bad at math.
Help me. D100 roll? A 1 and a 0-0. Is that 100?
That's 100, yeah. Oh, no. That's 10.
It's 10.
Okay.
Okay.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, because if you do 2 D10s and you roll double 10, it gets that, or if you get
10 and 0.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's
no, it's all zeros is 100. It's all zeros.
Yeah, all zeros is 100.
Yeah.
Got it.
I remember that. Because you don't have zeros in D&D.
0 in that, then it's a 1.
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
Yeah, it's just 1.
It is just 1. All 3 of those options were so different. This one is great, though. For each action and bonus action that Cabbage makes in the next minute, which is going to be 10 rounds, can only be ancestral fey magic rolls. So you get 2 per turn, essentially. But that is all that Cabbage can do besides move. There are no other options. So, with that being said, did Cabbage take an action this turn?
No, not yet.
No, so you have to roll again. Unless you want to just
fabulous.
hold an action or not do anything. Did you roll for Cabbage taking the Octazooka?
No, I did not.
Cabbage is on Samurott, right?
She's probably like floating kind of away from Samurott.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have had her near me.
That's fine.
Because we're not supposed to know each other.
True.
You know what? Why not? Yeah, we'll roll another one.
Yeah, I suppose the only thing you could do is refrain from taking actions.
Right.
That is an option.
Well, I'm just thinking about is this so in my action economy, it's kind of like...
It's like 2 per turn.
2 per turn.
Because Fey Magic on its own is a bonus action, but you could use it as an action. Technically, like bonus actions you can do as actions.
Right.
So you're getting 2 per turn. Basically.
Right. I understand that. But like if I didn't plan for Cabbage to do anything in that turn, does she still like have to do it, or can I have somebody else do something?
You can just have Cabbage just sit and do nothing.
Right. Of course. Okay. Got it. Just wanted to clarify
Note that your future Fey Magic rules might alter things, how this is working, right? So keep that in mind.
Right. That's true too. Well, the thing is, like, the thing that I was going to do, which was Sanctuary, is now off the table. It does say it's a free action, but I'm assuming you are including that in anything that Cabbage does.
I'm going to say that based on this natural one on the D100, that you can't take any free actions.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. That's fair. We'll do the second Ancestral Fey Magic just for fun. Yep. Because why not? 88.
Cool. Roll a D12.
11.
Okay. Wow. No way. Okay. Whew. This attribute determines that a random creature within 60 feet of Cabbage gains the ability to fly for 1 minute, and as they fly, they leave a trail of pink fog behind them. Of the creatures I had you roll, I assigned Samurott to 11. So Samurott is now able to fly. Brandon is still inked. So if he's on Samurott, he has no clue what's going on. He's inked. He's confused. It's bad.
Okay. Can I do anything else with my turn?
Let's see. I think that's
the ball and threw that, and then I did the Ancestral Fey Magic. So yeah.
Yeah. You're good. That's it. It's still eventful and exciting. It's Brandon's turn. He is, first of all, confused, so we're going to check that. He rolled the same. He does nothing. That is... Brandon, come on. He's inked. He's confused. He's miserable. He's just kind of screaming. He's just... just nonstop. Slugma is just taking constant damage from being a slug. It's going to make a dexterity roll, which is generally very bad at, to encounter some sort of surface in which Samurott now flying. It can only really get on top of Octillery. It gets a 7. That's not going to be good enough. Slugma is solidifying into stone gradually and just sinking. We'll loop it back to Octillery. Octillery sees the lot of you on Samurott beginning to fly, which is very exciting. Currently flying in place. Samurott is not currently going forward or backward or any direction. Perhaps if Brandon wasn't so screwed up, he could give it a command. But Samurott is currently just vibing, floating, we'll say like 5-7 feet in the air. Octillery, why fix what's not broke? It's going to Octazooka into the air and attempt to hit Samurott and everyone on Samurott with the DC 16 dexterity save.
17.
Samurott actually crit, so it takes no damage at all. The flying helps a lot, I guess. What'd you get?
17.
Okay, and Brandon. Oh, you all pass. Look at that. Samurott's not going to take any damage. You guys are going to get slightly inked, taking just 4. Just 4 points of damage. Cool. And Octillery scoots towards Samurott in the water. We're back to Sarah.
I'm gonna try and recall the Slugma with the Great Ball.
You are not inked, correct?
I was inked on the previous turn.
And you didn't clear it?
I did not do anything to clear it, no.
Okay. You are still inked. Roll a disadvantaged dexterity check.
Nuts. 6.
6 is not good enough. Slugma sinks deeper into the sea.
Oh, no.
Very unfortunate. That is going to be Elodie's action. She has technically 2 other actions to give to other creatures. No, that was her action. 1 more. Just kidding. 1 other creature. Because that's like a double battle where you control the 2 Pokemon. Yes. You can do bonus actions and stuff too.
True. I can do bonus actions.
Yep.
I'm going to have Cabbage do an Ancestral Fey magic.
Great. This one counts as her bonus action.
Yes. Please bail us out, Cabbage.
Flying Samurott is something. That helps.
That does help. 46.
46. Oh, I mean, okay. Within a 30-foot radius, all creatures, including humans, gain the levitate property, which doesn't really matter for those on Samurott, but Octillery and Slugma and Grape Juice are all also now flying. They can fly up to 10 feet above the ground. So Slugma is no longer dying. It's like kind of really suffering, but it's not drowning. So that's pretty cool. Way to go, Cabbage.
This is actually really great.
Yeah. Just for the sake of nothing else is really happening, I will gladly grant 1 more action to Sarah in this situation, because she's kind of in charge here. Or to a different Pokemon, right. But I just think the action economy with Brandon being so fucking useless.
Well, that was Cabbage's bonus action.
Correct.
And I think I had 1 more action.
Yeah, so I'm giving you 1 more on top of that too.
Oh, okay, cool.
As long as it's not the Great Ball Throw.
Yeah, that's fine. Because I already tried that. Grape Juice is going to rock slide the Octillery.
Cool. Grape Juice will summon some rocks from within her body, float them above. Well, she's actually currently floating. So that's pretty cool. And throws them at the floating Octillery. It's a save of some sort, right? Strength save?
Yes, strength save.
Okay. Octillery fails, gets a 7, dirty 7.
Awesome. Okay, so it failed by 5 or greater because the DC is 16. Mm-hmm. So it is prone.
Nice. So levitate fails, it flops into the water on its back. Awesome.
Let me roll the damage.
Yeah.
Is 17.
17 points of rock type damage?
Yes.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Roll a d6 also.
5.
Okay. I'm going to add 5 points of fall damage, just because the ocean waters are choppy and cold, and Octillery wasn't really expecting to be thrown back into them, so it takes a little bit of extra damage as well. It is still standing. It seems like it is below half health, as D&D would call it bloodied. I will call it yellow HP bar. But still standing, still causing chaos here. It smelled something that it wanted, and it's going to get it. I think you have one more thing that I offered you, right?
Yes. Okay. One more thing you offered me, which I am going to give to Patricia to attack it again.
Cool. What is your command and roll Pokemon handling?
To use its best judgment and attack the Octillery.
Love it.
Fabulous. That'll be an 18 on the
great roll.
Pokemon handling.
Great roll. So great of a roll, in fact.
Actually,
22. I forgot to add the proficiency to that.
Not bad. No, that was very good. Because of your high roll and the encouragement that you gave and all of that, Patricia is going to swing a Brave Bird. Very good. Oh no. Hold on. 7 plus 8 is 15, right?
Yes.
Okay. That meets Octillery's armor class. Thank God. Thank God. That would have sucked if that missed.
Yeah, seriously.
41 points of flying type damage. Octillery hangs on. It's hanging on. As Patricia dives towards it in the water, it's knocked prone. Oh, that would have been advantage anyways, but it hit, so it's fine. And just tears into Octillery with its beak, and then flies back up to the surface towards Elodie, or Sarah, excuse me. And Octillery is looking rather beat up We will see what it decides to do on its next turn. That should be it for Elodie, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be it.
Brandon, last turn of confusion, gets confused. I can't believe it. He's worthless.
This guy, come on, dude.
Slugma
Get it
is level.
together.
Yeah, he will next turn, but he's just screaming. He's just because he's like flying now. Like he's got no clue what's going on.
Dog does not know what's going on.
No, not at all. Slugma is floating.
This is the greatest day of my life.
Slugma is floating. Its move speed is not very high, but I will give it a dexterity check as kind of a dash to see if it can make it to Samurott, who is also floating. Oh, it crit. Yeah, awesome. Slugma will return all the way to Samurott, and with the crit, I think it will return itself into the Great Ball also. It will just tap its scared face against the Great Ball, and it gets returned. Slugma does not have to die. That is very good.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Slug my nuts.
No. We're back to Octillery. Gonna do a motivation roll. Yeah, Octillery doesn't want to give up. Octillery, just going for a different technique here. It's gonna fire off a gunk shot at Cabbage. Just because it wants to get Cabbage. It will use its movement to turn itself over from being prone, which is easy for it to do because it's an octopus in the water. But fires off a gunk shot. Rolling to hit, does a 17 hit Cabbage?
Yes.
Okay. Big ol' gunk shot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's going to be 60 points of poison type damage as they rolled their d10s incredibly well. As
Cabbage has fainted.
Cabbage is fainted. After all that, I will give you the option if you want to crack one more Fey Magic before you return Cabbage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This will also terminate the condition where Cabbage is stuck using Fey Magic.
Yeah, that's fair. That'll be a 91.
91.
Filling out this table.
Okay. Let me know how to interpret this. I think it'd be funny either way. So what this reads, what I've written down says, Cabbage glows brilliantly pink. If an ally falls to 0 HP in the next minute, they become fully restored. Should we just full heal Cabbage here? I think you rolled it. Yeah, you should. Because that's so funny. Yeah, no, that's perfect. The fact that the dice did that, I think, means that it has to happen. So, yeah, right as Cabbage is fainting, she summons her Fey Magic one more time, and she regains all of her HP, and she's no longer inked or experiencing any negative conditions. She's still floating, and she's still bound by the rules of only doing Fey Magic. So that is very funny that we landed on that particular roll. God, Octillery is very frustrated. It's back to Sarah's turn.
Okay. We're going to have Cabbage go for another wild Fey Magic, or ancestral Fey Magic, because that's so funny.
As you should.
58.
On a 58. Huh. For the next minute, any flammable object that isn't being worn or carried by another creature or person bursts into flame. Because we're in the middle of the ocean, I don't think those exist. So
Yeah.
I think you're good.
Thank God that I rolled that one here.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, nothing happens.
Phew. Thank God. Okay.
Note it is for the next minute. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind. Yeah.
Keep that in mind as you approach the shore.
Funny. So if I had grape juice go for a rock slide, would the boulders then combust?
They're not technically flammable, but if you wanted to like roll,
That's true. I
like,
forgot about the whole flammable thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole concept behind the entire thing.
If you wanted to roll a charisma
Yeah,
check for
gore.
Cabbage with a DC 22, I would let you give them flames.
Well, I don't think it would help me in any way. I just thought it'd be cool.
Okay. Yeah, it would be cool. Technically, you have one more to rip. It's a bonus action, right? So.
That is true. I do have one more to rip.
Because I gave you the freebie as on Octillery's turn, so.
Right. I want to make sure that this we get out of this situation. We can't spend too long here just having fun, ripping out ancestral fey magics.
You have no choice. You rolled the 1. You got to do it.
It's true. Right. Why not? Let's go for another one.
Yeah.
I believe that's 6. Because it was 6 and 0, 0.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just the one with 2 numbers is the tens place.
Great.
Right.
So unless it's 0, 0 with a 0, it's the tens, like
Right.
just a 6, just a 1, yeah.
Okay.
Understood.
With a 6, there's a quick pink flash, just kind of in the air, and there's the sound of like bells chiming and birds chirping, and it sounds like there has been an entrance created to some sort of sylvan mystical glade from some far off place, and then deep within this little entrance that is floating in the air of pink and light, you hear a and then jumping out of the portal is 3 individual human shaped very short Pokemon that look like little devils, and they jump out of the portal and they go whoo-hee, and they're just they're impacted by Cabbage's levitate, so they kind of fall out, and then they are standing, they're like walking in the air in the environment, and they just look so devious. There's just 3 of them, and they're all going and you've created 3 new friends that will be with you for a little bit.
Awesome.
In fact, now that they're here and it's your turn, it's more funny if you do rolls for them. Give me 3 d12s, individual d12s.
Okay. That's a 2, a 5, and a 4.
Okay. These little demonic fairy creatures, which I will henceforth refer to as Impidimp, all get up to their own mischief as they arrive. Their little fairy portal closes, and one of them approaches Octillery, and it holds its tentacle right up to its face, and it goes, and then it just smacks its tentacle onto its own face, and just suction cups its forehead, and then it pulls on Octillery's tentacle really hard, and it goes, and then it pops, and it just does that repeatedly. It is just suction cupping his face. The other one runs over to Brandon and is frisking him. Cool. It takes his wallet out of his chest pocket, and it goes, hee, and it starts running in the opposite direction. The last one, pretty basic. It runs over in the air, and it jumps on top of Samurot's horn, and it rides it like someone riding a mechanical bull, and it goes, and it's just kind of swinging its hand around. They are up to no good. That is what they do.
Okay. Good for them.
They aren't really helping, but they aren't really hurting. They're just on their own
agenda. They're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just hanging out. I will ask Patricia to please attack the Octillery one more time.
Sure. Roll your Pokemon handling.
That'll be a 17.
Okay, and they interpret your instruction very well. Avoiding they rolled above a 20, so avoiding recoiling themselves, which I guess they wouldn't either, but that's Schmidt's passive, actually. That's not Patricia's passive, or maybe it is. I don't know. Anyways, she decides to finish off Octillery with a Dragon Breath. Unless Octillery crits, Octillery faints, Octillery gets a 10. Octillery gets knocked out as Patricia exudes a Dragon Breath from her bird beak. Octillery, we'll just say for flavor, scurries away. It inks away. It just kind of returns back to where it started chasing Cabbage. It has been defeated, and you may exit initiative. Note, all the Ancestral Fey magic shit is still happening. Cabbage still can't do anything for 7 more minutes besides that magic table. The 3 Impidimp are with you. I didn't tell you this, but they're going to be with you for 5 minutes. Things will ignite for another 50 seconds. People are still floating for another, we'll say, minute. Yeah, all that stuff is still happening. Samurot's flying with a trail of pink fog underneath it. What does Sarah do?
That's a really good question. Is Brandon no longer confused?
He's no longer confused, and he's clearing the ink out of his eyes. He's, what's going on? What's happening, Sarah? What's actually hilarious is that he didn't see anything, actually. That all of that, he was inked the whole time. He had no idea what happened.
He didn't see any of it.
When he went to go clean himself, he got confused, and then once he resurfaced, he got inked. He has no idea what happened.
And his wallet's missing.
Correct. Impidimp. One of the Impidimps has his wallet.
Okay. I am gonna clean the ink out of my own eyes.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna tell Samurott to follow the Impidimp with Brandon's wallet, or at least steer Samurott in that direction.
Sure. Yeah. Samurott is flying very fast. Impidimp kind of walks like a little demon with short little legs, so it can catch up no problem. Yeah, Brandon rolled high enough to say, wait a second. 1, we're flying. 2, that fucker has my wallet. And he identifies that Impidimp has his wallet.
Yeah, things got kind of crazy. That artillery was just, I don't know, man, what was up with that? But your Slugma did a really great job. He really, showed that artillery what's up.
Roll a deception.
What if I actually believe that? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm convinced.
Oh, no. That was a 10.
Okay. Brandon's concerned. He he doesn't believe all the things that is happening around him. So why should he believe you? He says, Sarah, what are you talking about? I gave you my Pokeball. Is Slugma okay? And
yeah, okay, you continue.
Yeah, and he releases Slugma into his hands, and what he sees is a sad, half rocked over because its body cooled so much. Little slug, its eyes are very sad. It's crying little lava tears, and it looks up at Brandon and goes, "Oh!" And Brandon says, "What did you do to Slugma, my best friend?" And he holds him really close up to his chest, and his shirt is slightly catching a flame, not because of Cabbage, because it is being worn, but because Slugma is pretty hot, at least not on its underside where it's being carried. It's feeling very emotional, so the heat is very intense. Brandon is upset with you.
Okay, I can fix this. Just give me a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna, I guess, probably just try and grab the Impidimp.
Okay.
And take the wallet back. I don't know.
If you're grabbing to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make it opposed. I don't have a save really. Just do a check.
I got an 8.
You got a 10. He's too wily.
Oh,
he goes
no.
and he just keeps running westwards.
Okay. Instead of doing that now, we're going to, is being an adorable Cabbage an action that would instead have to be an ancestral flame magic?
That is
or
correct.
Can...
Cabbage can literally do nothing else besides move or make these table rolls.
There are no other options.
There are no other option.
That's what the Nat 1 is about. That's just what it is.
That's fair.
Can't Elodie use her life force to heal?
Baby, I got 9 HP.
Okay. I didn't know that. So sorry. Sacrifice yourself for Slugma. And let Brandon take you home.
Brendan would die out here. Did you see him in that fight?
Sorry.
I will take out Key Lime and have her heal Pulse Slugma to begin with.
Sure. Slugma is not particularly healthy, and it's been losing percentages of its HP, so I will just kind of assume that this fully heals Slugma, if you're cool with that.
I'm cool with that.
Okay, don't forget to deduct PP, though.
I did.
Brandon's going to make a roll. Yeah. He's already pretty suspicious of what's been going on, and then he sees Key Lime, and he's thinking, what the hell is going on? He he's seen a Curlia. He's never seen whatever Key Lime is. And he's freaked out. Key Lime manages to get the heal pulse off, but he says, "No, wait, this is not okay. I don't like this, Sarah. We're going back right now."
Okay. Yeah, we can go back.
He says, "First I need to get my wallet. Come on, Samurott." And Samurott goes, "Brrr," and it charges forward with its horn. Yeah, it's very true. It's going to try and pierce the Impidimp. It does. Nice. As Samurot's horn makes contact with Impidimp's body, it just poofs into giggles and pink dust. It goes, and it just disappears, and the wallet flies up. Brandon's going to try and catch it. Oh, he's rolling good now. Look at that. 19.
Look at him go.
Look at him go. Now that he's like mad, he's like doing good. He grabs his wallet and he just shoots. He instructs Samurot to just start flying with a trail of pink smoke behind it back to Dewford Town. In this interaction, he is taking the driver's seat unless you resist.
No, that's fine. I'll let him.
Okay, yeah. You're on your way back. Do you say anything? Do you do anything? Grape juice is swimming below unless you wish to recall. Or no, grape juice can fly. Just kidding. Grape juice can levitate. Still, I guess I want to ask, which of your Pokemon are you recalling is really what I'm asking.
I will recall Key Lime. I guess I'll just recall grape juice as well at this point. But I'll keep Cabbage so that we can keep flying. Okay.
Remember, if Cabbage does anything besides move, it is going to be a roll for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a d12. No.
Okay.
Roll a d10.
Why did I roll the one that's percentile? I'm rolling it again because I don't feel like interpreting that. Because I rolled the percentile one and it was a 10.
Okay.
We'll just say that because.
Yeah, then that's a 1, correct?
1, right?
Gamers?
1.
Yeah, if it's on the 0, yeah.
Did you roll like just the percentile?
Yes, as a d10.
As a d10, was it 1 or was it like the 0, 0?
It was 1, right?
It was 1, 0.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a 1.
That would be a 1, yeah.
Okay. Based on this combat, how far you went, all that stuff, this roll that I had you make was the number of minutes it took for you to get back to Dewford Town. So, keeping that in mind, we're looking at approximately 6 minutes. Cabbage is locked into Ancestral Fey Magic. We are looking at... How long was the fire one? Is that 1 minute or 10 minutes? Hold on.
I believe you told me it was 1 minute.
Okay, that has expired. The levitation has expired. Okay, yeah, everything's done except for Cabbage is still stuck doing only this.
Okay, so did we stop flying?
Correct. At some point, you eventually descended back into the sea.
Okay, then I'll recall Cabbage when that happens.
Okay, you do that. You pull up to shore, to the dock, to the shipyard where Samurot came from. Brandon says, "You did good, Samurot," and recalls him into the Dewford Town Police Department ball. Goes to return him into like a little shelf that's inside the dock. And he looks at you and he says, "You got any other crazy plans tonight, Sarah?"
Good drinks. The night is still young.
I'm like probably almost. I'm like I have 9 HP. I'm like dead. Like I'm like let's go get drinks. After that crazy shenanigans. Do I want to do this? Can I get like just an insight read on him and like how he's feeling now that we're back?
Absolutely. Be my guest.
Okay. 16?
Yeah, that's pretty good. You know that he's asking like somewhat with a sarcastic tone because he's kind of getting tired of the bullshit, but also it's like legitimately his job. He's been assigned to not go on a date with you, but to provide you to the resources that you need, including lodging, which is kind of why he's asking.
Okay. I'm going to say thank you for accompanying me this evening. I know it was crazy, and I'm sorry that your Slugma got injured, but I had a good time, and I hope that at least you had a good time too.
Roll a charisma check.
Ooh, baby. 23.
Okay. Yeah. He looks at you with disappointment in his eyes, and he thinks about it, and he kind of blushes, and he says, "Sarah, you're crazy, but that was fun. I am going to need to escort you to your lodging."
Right. Right. The thing is, Brendan, I'm going to tell you this because I like you. But I have not been entirely honest with you this evening. I am not Sarah.
Oh no, the reveal. Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh no. Brandon just literally doesn't believe it. He says, "What do you mean? What do you mean you're not Sarah?"
My name is Elodie, and I am not the granddaughter of Alder, the champion. Or I guess I don't know that it's Alder. I am not the granddaughter of the Univen champion. I am, however, the daughter of the Kalos former champion, Serena.
Ooh.
He thinks about it and he says, he pulls out, we'll just say he had this on him. He pulls out his assignment clipboard that he realized that you were Sarah from and then not Sarah from. And he looks it over and he says, what was your name? How'd you spell it?
Elodie, Elodie.
Okay.
Very clever way to tell the listeners how to spell our names.
Make a persuasion check. What you're telling is the truth, but he needs to be persuaded.
Okay, well, 27.
Okay. You are lucky. You see him for a moment, like spread his legs in such a way that he is like ready to initiate close quarters combat, but he does not do so. He says, okay, Elodie, if that's who you are supposed to be in confinement overnight based on, and he fingers through the clipboard really quick, and he says, wow, liability for kidnapping and endangerment of a minor, the forced relocation of a species of Pokemon 50 or greater, the destruction of personal property exceeding the value of 100,000 Pokédollars, and various damages to the local carpenter family. Yeah. Listen, you're going to come with me back to the police station. You're not going to do any funny business. We're going to put you in the cell. We're going to say goodnight.
Okay. I do have a question. You mentioned when we first met.
Are you like doing like puppy eyes for this?
Yes, I am absolutely doing puppy eyes for this.
Okay.
That people related to champions have some sort of amnesty. Would that in any way be granted towards these crimes?
DC 24 persuasion.
Goodness. Gotta pull it out. No. I was doing so well. Yeah, that'll be 12.
Ooh, that's pretty low. It's not low enough for the bad thing. But Brandon says, listen, don't push your luck. Sarah, wherever she is, she's here on amnesty as a diplomat. I don't know who you are, or even if your story is true. So, as I said, you're going to come back with me to the police department. Enter your cell, and we won't talk about what happened tonight.
Okay. That is understood.
Okay. He escorts you, not in a cute way, but in kind of a forceful way, back to the police department. During this stroll, do you attempt to make any checks, do anything, say anything?
Good question.
Tell him he's cute.
He's cute.
No, you're cute when you're
just
forceful.
out of nowhere. You're cute.
Actually? Are you actually doing that?
Sorry, I'm still unhinged. Don't mind me.
I don't think she would do it out of nowhere. I want to think of a smooth way to say this. What does he look like?
He looks like maybe early mid-20s. We'll say like 23, 24-ish. He has a fair complexion, but he's very tan. Perhaps he spends a lot of time on the beach. He's like pretty muscular. He clearly works out. He is just over 6 feet tall. He has He has a little bit of stubble. Does that change things, Grace? Does that change things that he's tall?
Aren't you like personally offended?
No, it's just funny. It's just like, oh, he's tall. Maybe I should have been different. I don't know. It's just
over
funny.
6 foot.
So I should have been different.
No, he has some facial hair, but it's not coming in great. He did not get good facial hair genes, but he's got like a patchy little stubbly kind of beard thing happening. Do you need more description than that?
How's his jawline?
It's all right. Let me roll a d10.
D10 jawline roll.
Different jawline.
Yeah, it's a 4 out of 10. It's okay. It's
I
not
was
like
we're just got a jawline table.
Sure, yeah. Who doesn't? Yeah, he's got like short, like crew cut kind of dirty blonde hair. He's got green eyes. He has a characteristic mole on his left cheek. Should I keep going?
No, that's good, I think.
Okay.
Reach into the vault of appropriate pickup lines for after you've impersonated somebody in front of a cop.
If we had met under different circumstances.
True. Wait, no, that's perfect. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna go for like I wish we'd met under different circumstances. Because I was honest when I said that I did enjoy our time together, Brandon.
Oh my god. Yeah, just Kurzo, just straight. Unless you're trying to persuade him for something, which you didn't say, so it doesn't matter.
I know. I'm just trying to be charismatic. Of course, now I'm rolling well. 21.
Okay. Yeah, that's high enough. He stops walking. You're kind of outside of the Duffertown Civic Center at this point, and you hear people being like, yeah, adventurer, too old, never, yeah. And they're all still just talking about it. They're all just, you're never too old to be. There's a chant, adventurer, adventurer, adventurer. And it's like midnight. It's past midnight. People are going crazy. There's like sounds of like broken glass and shit. Anyways, that's not what this roll was. He looks at you and he says, Elodie, what are you getting at? What do you want? You're toying with his emotions, and now he is asking you.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
He took you seriously for that. So now he's like,
yeah. I mean, I don't really want anything from you. I just want you to know that I think you're a nice person. And you helped somebody do some crazy things when you didn't know why. And I think that makes you a good person. And these people are right. You are never too old to be an adventurer.
Roll a DC 15 charisma check.
Friends, I've rolled the first nat 1 of the evening. My consequences, no.
No. Yeah. He like turned to face you, and then you said those things, and he says, "You're full of shit." And he pulls out his handcuffs, and unless you struggle, he will cuff you, and he will finish escorting you to the police station.
Okay.
Great. All this to say, after a few moments, he won't entertain any more conversation for your walk. So unless you want to like make a check to do something, there's nothing. So I just want to go over that with you. Is there anything you want to do?
No, that's it.
Okay. You've been trying to give me perception checks for Cindy and Gimli.
That would be a 17.
Okay. Cindy?
I got a 6.
Okay. Gimli hears the sound of the small little police station, the front area opening, the vestibule where your mugshots were taken. And you can distinctly hear the footsteps of 2 people walking in towards your direction. Is there anything that you wish to do?
Oh, Cindy,
we were
should
in
probably
the
shut
cells
these.
sleeping, right?
Sorry?
We were in the cells sleeping, right?
That's
I'm a light
correct.
sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. Maybe we could try to wake Sarah up,
Okay.
because that'll probably have to happen.
Do you want to do that?
Sure. I'll be like, psst, Sarah!
Okay. She will roll. She does not wake. In fact, she just says, "I'm so real." And then she like kind of turns over.
God, so real.
Are you doing anything, Gimli?
Are our cell doors shut?
Perhaps. I'm going to say Sarah's is definitely not. If you guys wanted yours to be shut, you could just say that they're shut.
I just have it closed, yeah.
I feel like they're shut but not locked.
Yeah.
They
that's
are
fair.
not locked. Confirmed not locked.
Yeah. They're confirmed not. Okay, we'll have them shut but not locked. Yeah.
Okay. Do you shut Sarah's or leave it open?
We'll leave it open.
Okay.
It's very obvious that it should have been shut. Or should have been open, so.
Okay. Brandon and Elodie walk in to this room. Brandon turns on like a little light that wasn't on, that so he can just see, and he looks around. He's like, "Where the fuck is Eric?" And he looks inside the middle cell and he says, "Who the fuck are you?" And he's realizing that this is for Elodie. Elodie's not in there. And he's going to wake up Sarah. He just kind of has Elodie cuffed kind of by the door, and he goes into the cell and he says, wake up, and he's like pushing her, and she eventually wakes up and she says, why are you disturbing me? And Brandon says, who are you? What's your name? What are you doing? And Sarah says, I'm Sarah. I'm here for important business. Let me go to sleep. Brandon says, oh my God, you're Sarah? No, you're coming with me. You're leaving. And then he turns around and he's like, shit, I don't know where Eric is. And he had the keys. And he's going to make a plan. He's gonna make a roll. Okay, well, the first thing he's gonna do before he returns to Elodie is that he goes to put her stuff in the locker and he says, God damn it, the lock's broken. And he looks at all the stuff inside and he looks over to Gimli and Cindy. Are you like actively sitting up or are you like pretending to sleep?
We're sleeping.
Yeah, you're snoozing. Okay.
Yeah.
He buys it. He's fine with that. He says, shit, I can't just leave this out here. He looks up at Knocked Owl as if to ask a question, and then he's like, it's Knocked Owl. I can't really do anything. He says, all right, I have no other choice. This is what's going to happen. He, with the open jail cell that Sarah was in, he like kind of gently escorts Sarah out, pushes her out. And she's just kind of standing there and she says, what the fuck? I need to get my beauty sleep. I have a big day tomorrow. And he gets Elodie in and he closes the cell and he can't lock it. But before he closes it, he unclips one of Elodie's handcuffs and puts it on the cell bars and then closes the cell. And he says, you better not be up to any funny business in the morning when the warden gets here. And he goes to the locker and he procures like an investigation kind of bag, a sack. It's like large and cloth. And he delicately with some items, not so delicately with other items, puts them all in there. And interesting. Where does Elodie keep her Pokeballs? On a belt, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably on like a belt.
Okay. You have 5 on you, right? Being cabbage,
I should have all 6.
key lime. You can't carry
or no,
6.
yeah, 5. I can't carry 6, right?
Cabbage,
Yeah,
key lime, grape juice, bubble gum, aubergine, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You are welcome to attempt, if you want, a sleight of hand for 18, 19, and 20 natural. You could prevent him from taking one of your Pokeballs.
No, I'll just let him take them.
Okay. He takes all of them, puts them in the bag, empties out the locker, puts them in the bag, and he says, the warden will be here in 8 hours. Have a good night. And he gets up and he closes the door that leads to the cell, not knowing that the other cells were unlocked. Gimli's the closest to the far wall. Give me a perception check.
23.
Wow, you rolled high. You notice without a shadow of a doubt that outside of your window in your cell, just kind of floating, hovering by, is Patricia. Kind of looking in.
Oh.
Just Brandon kind of forgot about to do anything with Patricia, so Patricia is just out and about, just checking in on you guys, seeing what's going on. With a look of concern, but is there? Are there any words exchanged? Are there any plans made?
I do want to call upon Patricia to go find Schmidt.
Okay.
See if she can track him.
Do you say anything in particular, or just kind of express that idea?
Oi, Patricia. Come here.
Roll your Pokemon handling.
What's my handling? 19.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Patricia's listening to you intently.
Yeah. Go check on Schmidt at the Pokemon Center. Let us know if he's okay.
Patricia gives a quiet, affirmative, dragon-like coo and flies off into the night to try and locate Schmidt. Anything else for our brave heroes before they just take their slumber? Granted, may I note, Elodie's slumber, not comfortable. She can't get to the bed. She is tied to the wall, or tied to the door.
Somebody
Need
want...
to break her.
Yeah, can somebody get my
handcuff.
keys off me?
Where is she tied to?
She's
Like,
tied
just
to the
the cell
door
wall.
of the cell
Okay.
with handcuffs, and the bed is on the far wall. She cannot reach it.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just gonna I'm gonna open my cell door real quick. And see if I break her out of the cuffs real quick.
Okay, sure. DC 15 strength, unless you have a tool, which I don't think you do.
No, because
Okay.
I think I don't have access to it.
Use your
I like it.
pickaxe. It's in the locker.
They took everything out of the locker.
Yeah.
He took everything out
That's
of
like
it?
a 26.
I put it in
Yeah.
a bag and put it in the locker.
Sorry, he took the bag with him.
Yeah, I got a
okay.
26. It's fine.
26 will do it. Tring! It breaks. It doesn't break too loud either. It just kind of.
Yeah.
She still has the cuff on her wrist, but is not connected to the chain. Like if that makes sense.
Trust
New
you do what you gotta
bracelet.
do. Trust you do what you gotta do, Elodie.
Hey,
Um,
what
Elodie
did you
has
say?
the
Sorry.
hooper ring now.
Yeah.
That's true.
I
That
trust
was
you did everything you wanted to do tonight.
Yes. I was able to recover the hooper ring, key lime, cabbage, and grape juice, and Patricia.
That's good. Glad to hear it. All right. Our lawyer's coming in the morning. We should be able to rest up. And based on the fact that you have the ring, I think there's not much evidence tying us to anything. So,
Mm-hmm.
so I think we'll be all right.
Do I want to do this? I'm gonna wait for them to be asleep, and then I'm gonna try something. And actually,
Oh,
yeah, I am gonna try something once they're asleep.
okay. Huh. I'm sure that they have to make perception checks. What? Please, yeah, just describe what you want to do, and then we'll figure it out.
I want to open a hooper ring
Okay.
portal.
Yes. Oh, just that.
No. I do want to open it to somewhere. I just don't know if you want to know where it is now. Or...
Yeah, not necessarily. Okay. Yes. That is something that isn't particularly loud, but depending on what you're opening to, could be. So, could you just message it to me or something?
Sure.
I need to determine the DC.
I'll do it in our.
Yes. Yeah, we'll say this is a DC 17 perception for the sleepers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty 20, baby.
Okay. What does Gimli have?
I have a 13.
Okay.
The wrong person.
So Gimli does not notice at all. Cindy, it is up to you on whether or not you make it known that you know that something's happening. You could just pretend to sleep through it for Elodie's flavor. That's fine.
I feel like she'd want to watch, be curious, and if it's something interesting, either go with or do something about it.
Sure. Yeah, we'll say that however patient Elodie was, maybe an hour or so later, Elodie shuffles and stands up, and what Cindy can see is that she takes off the hoopah bracelet, the gold ring, and throws it within her cell. She has to make 2 D20 rolls. One just a straight D20, the other a dex.
Okay. I got a natural 20, and the dex was a 16.
Okay, great. Elodie takes off the hooper ring and she examines it, and it seems like miraculously it didn't take any damage from when the portal incident thing happened. It's in good condition. She throws it successfully against the far wall. You hear the sound of birds chirping, bird Pokemon chirping. You hear the sounds of people speaking in an accent that is very similar to Elodie's. You hear people kind of spammering food and drink items. They say medium cappuccino, half dozen croissants. Little things are being shouted out. And then after a moment, there is kind of a cackle and a sputter that sounds kind of mysterious sounding. A mystic energy is failing to fully make a connection. And then there's a whoosh kind of sound, and then you hear the sound of the hooper ring clinking on the floor. Ding, bing, 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 bing. And whatever Elodie was trying to do, for whatever reason, was not fully successful.
Oh.
Is Elodie back? Is Elodie here?
Elodie did not transit through a portal.
Oh, okay.
Cindy's aware that she made one, but something didn't quite work.
Cindy, being her unhinged child self, loudly whispers, "Hey, can I help?"
Oh. Oh, you're awake. I don't unfortunately think you can help this one, but what I was planning on doing is trying to portal back to my bakery to get a cake for you for your birthday. But I guess it's too far, maybe.
He
Roll
starts crying.
roll a d20. Elodie.
Okay. 2.
One more. Just one more.
Okay. That was a natural 20.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, just a DM inspiration there. The Hooperine portal didn't pick up, you didn't go pick it up. There was clearly something that was incompatible. Something didn't happen. From the ring that's laying on the ground horizontally, a face emerges. Whoop! There's no secret as to what face comes out of this. It didn't even look like a portal came from the ring. Just a face comes out, and there is no mistaking that it is the Trick Master, aka Hoopa, and it has been eavesdropping on this conversation. It makes eye contact with Elodie, and it just vanishes back. And then in just a millisecond later comes the most grandiose 7-layer pink and white with brilliant, bright, sparkling candles birthday cake. The text on it says "Happy Birthday, Gregory," which is not the intended recipient, but it arrives from the portal out of Hoopa's hand himself, and he is not exiting the ring, but he holds this giant cake on his tiny hand, waiting for Elodie to receive it.
I will take the cake and say, "Thank you, Hoopa."
Hoopa goes, and then whoop, vanishes into who knows where. The sparklers are loud. This definitely wakes Gimli up. He knows something that happened. There's basically a small fire in Elodie's cell.
Oh God, what is happening?
Hoopa birthday to me. Hoopa birthday.
And that's where we'll call it. That's the end. Hello, everyone, and thank you for listening to the latest episode of Dunsparce and Drampa. Extra special thanks to our 2 latest patrons being Flaco Fett and Gogo Gin. Or Gogo Jin, I'm not sure. If you're interested in browsing our merch store, please go on linktree/Dunsparce, linktr.ee/Dunsparce, and use our brand new discount code. From now until the end of July, you can use code YN202BAA, otherwise you're never too old to be an adventurer, on the merch store for a discount that is 15% off a purchase of $30 or more. Of course, the best thing you can do to support us is just to share this podcast with your friends. If you have any friends that you think might like it, shoot a link their way. Thank you again for listening, and we'll have our next episode out for you on June 27th. We'll see you then.
Is impersonation a crime? Real?
It should be
Identity
fun.
theft is.
Identity theft is a crime that affects millions of people every year.
What happened last time? Let's try and go chronologically.
We got arrested.
Yeah.
We did do that, yeah.
Water. It dips its head.
It dicks.
It dicks, dude. It just fucking dicks. No.